All Saints Church in Fulham was filled with music, dancing, and drink on Tuesday, honoring 400 years of relations between the UK and Japan. Appropriately, 400 guests showed up, from schoolchildren to ambassadors. The island nations of Britain and Japan share a seafaring heritage, despite being separated by half a planet. Back in the 17th century, Japan was still fairly unknown, so Britain sent over a diplomatic mission.
400 years ago, the first British ship arrived in Japan.
That's Nicholas McLean, who's part of the team of experts and leaders that put on this event. I talked to him outside the church before the show to find out more about the history of the Japan-UK connection.
The ripple effect of that first encounter carried on in many, many different ways. So this was the beginning of not only political relations, but also trade relations, but also scientific relations.
For some, the celebration is a way to encourage more focus on Japanese relations in the UK. That's one of the goals of Jenny White, one of the event's organizers.
What's interesting about the Japan-British relationship is that from the very beginning it was always mutual. It wasn't like a colonial relationship. And we feel that with all the attention given to the BRIC countries in Britain, it's actually time to look and reinvest in the contemporary relationship between Japan and Britain.
Of course, relations between the two nations haven't always been so rosy. One gap in contact lasted nearly 2 centuries, and Britain and Japan were on different sides in World War II. But this night focused on current relations and culture, particularly music, from Japan and Britain alike.
You know, music is a great connector between different cultures, and when you have a rhythm or a beat, it goes beyond language, and it's actually about the commonality or similarity.
The program is certainly an amalgam of tunes, from traditional Japanese instrumentation to British classics. But cultural appreciation is not all there is to Japan and Britain's association. Japan is the world's 3rd largest economy, and the UK is not far behind. The countries share strong partnerships in finance and industry. The amount of investment from UK to Japan and vice versa numbers in the billions of pounds. The Japanese ambassador to the UK gave me the facts.
We enjoy a wonderful business relationship. There is a mutually beneficial relationship. We have about 1,300 Japanese companies operating in this country, creating more than 130,000 jobs locally. And likewise, we are very happy to see many Britons working in Japan, and we certainly would like to see more successful inward investment into Japan.
Japanese people living in London seem to value their home country's relations with the UK, as well as their history together.
We know this is a really long relation, especially for Western country with Japan.
I think it's quite good. We used to be allies in First World War.
We enjoy a very long good relationship with the UK and Japan, and then I hope it will continue.